First and foremost, before I get into this super long video, I'd like to thank everybody who has commented. I got a lot of comments. Most of them are very thorough and explanatory, or they have long viewpoints, which is nice. I really do appreciate that. Feel free to write even if you feel it's long and tedious. It's not. Secondly, I did get some comments that YouTube removed into a potentially harmful folder. This is not hate speech, but it is trolling. So, perhaps because I mentioned Sputnik a couple of times, I've gotten my own trolls. These comments are comments like, oh, so you're saying all Serbians are blah blah blah. No, I've never said that. Where did you get that from? It's like taking a context and putting it into something else and trying to pin people against each other. Typical trolling. Good morning. Good morning, Belgrade. Good morning, Serbia. Today's video, I think I'll break down into two parts. Mainly because the content may be a little bit heavy and you might need or want to breathe a little in between, or continue to discontinue this vlog watching. I finally decided to cave in and reveal to you why I even came to Serbia to begin with. And this mainly also because I will be stuck here for some time. Stuck happily. If I wanted to, I'm offered, like I said in the previous video, flights out of here to somewhere else. And I'm choosing not to go. I checked out Charles's video from Novi Sad as well, and he also has a last US evacuation flight next week, I believe it was, and he's choosing not to go. Pretty much for the same reasons that I am. And they're sane and logical rather than dumbass emotional. Oh, somebody's smoking in the balcony above me. So, now speaking of dumbass emotional, well, the reason why I came to Serbia, the reason why I travel is mostly because I can't stand it in this one particular place. And so I tend to want to fudge off and see other places. I always travel by myself, well, most of the time. And so in the past I've been to the Balkans, never to Serbia, except last November I made the decision to, okay, fuck it, let's go to Serbia. What is there anyway? They're just, what have I heard about Serbia? Well, there is this.
Da te opet zavolim u modre usne zarijem sude da pravu bol zaboravim. Lane moje ovih dana više ne tuguje. Pitam samo da li si sama, ljude koje ne čujem. Plane moje noćas vredi, nije važno bilo s kim. Nađi nekog nalik me
Now, Serbians, especially Serbians, please be advised that I am talking about my prejudice and my past prejudice, not about facts and I'm talking about my prejudice. So, stuff that I mention here is my prejudice. It is not a political debate, and I'm not going into those details. There's a lot of creepiness and strange, it's like a mystery. Serbia is a mystery to Europe. There's a lot of propaganda obviously going around. Nobody talks about it. That's the most propagandic thing, when you leave it to be silent and you don't really know. Like, what if I was stuck in North Korea? What's so bad about that? Do you know anything about North Korea? No. But hey, come on, it's North Korea, right? Right? I mainly gave Serbia a chance in November, which is like not the best month to go traveling anywhere in Europe because it's cold and rainy and the weather basically sucks. I decided to go because you don't have a sea border anymore. So it doesn't really matter what time of the year I go. I just might as well go, let's just go to Serbia. There's nothing to see there anyway, right? I went for just 5 days. And the main reason for it was to kill my prejudice of a country that I know nothing about. Like, I know historic bullshit and I know a lot of Wikipedia blah blah blah, which means that I don't really know anything about the country. Thank you very much. And no matter what reports I read from each side, that doesn't tell me anything about Serbia still. So I decided to come and see for myself, what is this war-hungry, maniacal, crazy, nationalistic, murderous place, right? Mind you, in the 90s, people in Europe had no idea what Finland was. They basically, I've had Brits and French ask me if I have electricity at home. I thought they were kidding until I realized they weren't kidding. They, and when you say it's like normal, it's like your house, they go, yes, I know you want to protect your own country, of course, I can understand this. Yeah, Finland is not some small village in Mongolia. Actually, what do I even know about Mongolia? Nothing. I'm gonna go there one day. I'm not taking any sides because there is no side to take. There is no side to take. It's a mass murder no matter what. So I came to Serbia to kill my prejudice because I know that prejudice that is baseless, I have no base for it, I have nothing to base my own prejudice on, is a weakness. And I don't like to have weaknesses. Whatever weaknesses I have, I like to get rid of because I have other problems in life. And I don't want these little thingies to get in the way. So I came here and I was so positively surprised, like, and it's not just the Western propaganda, it's the fact that the regime here is so cozy with Russia. That's what gave me the most prejudice. Understandably so. And it turns out people here are so much closer in mindset to Finnish people than I have ever met in all of Europe altogether. Serbians have a Finnish mindset. Pragmatic, and then you have this, healthy combination with this Slavic romance. So in November I came here, I spent 5 days, which because I wasn't even gonna really give Serbia a chance. I was just gonna come here and look around and hey, okay, check that off the list. Now I've been to Serbia. Great. Next. I liked hanging around here. It feels healthy. It feels like something I want for my peace of mind, honestly. Prior to our government, the most popular parties in Finland were these racist, asshole, nationalistic, uneducated idiot parties. The populist parties. What does that tell you about Finnish? Because I could tell you, no, it's safe to be in Finland. But, hey, if you check the politics, you would wonder too. I know another story of Finland, and I know another story of Sweden. And that's what I base my prejudice on both countries. Of course you can have prejudice on your own country, and I do. That doesn't really tell you anything, and it doesn't tell you what other people see when they look at you, when they hear one story or another story.